나지트가 될 거야 우주로 가자 like an astronaut
대박.
Jumping on my trauma I'm ready for pajamas 편안함을 유지해 너는 감당 못해 나를 내 마음속 아래 폴이 자라나 어디 배워서 빨리 달아나 Drop it, let it go Pop it, let it show 심장에 붙은 보릿보릿 낮에 let it glow 다시 drop it, let it go Pop it, let it show 건드리면 터져 난 진짜 매력적 지금 가진 티적이 대해 매력적 진짜 매력적 건드리면 터져 난 진짜 매력적 자 이제 튀어자 뛰어 매력적 진짜 매력적 건드리면 터져 난 진짜 매력적
이길 수 없던 fighting bleeding losing 이젠 지쳐서 가질 수 없다면 I'm breaking keep it low trying You're a jerk
Why you trippin'? I ain't even do nothing.
You're a jerk
I'm a jerk. You ain't never lied, but hey, do me a favor, call me jerk one more time.
You're a jerk
I know.
You're a jerk
I know.
You're a jerk
I know.
You're a jerk
Hey,
You're a
hey,
jerk
I know.
Tell me why I tried to hit the jerk in front of this bitch the other day to impress her and shit, and she started busting out laughing, talking about some, you look like you hitting the Irish jig when you try to jerk. I said, what the fuck you mean?
One friend left to sell clothes one works down by the coast. One had 2 kids but lives alone. One's brother overdosed. One's already on his 2nd wife. One's just barely getting by. Let's play ball. Yeah. Let's play ball. Let's play ball. I just wanna be up.
Just like a pole. The sound of my glasses, I can't even see. I got too much gosh, I ain't talking about DD. I feel like Justina, he can't even see me. I pour with the water, mix it with the ice. I'm in a casino, I'm rolling the dice. You're on. Gang, but I'm in a coupe. All of my
열병 같이 다가와 날 멸망시켜 내 세계 산산이 부서져 너를 탐하게 되고 불장난이라 해 가시를 가졌네 네 뒤에 rolling through 그 순간한 거 난 just wanna see you touch the ground.
Don't be shy, girl, go bonanza. Shake your body like a belly dancer.
Back in the 6th grade, I got them bad grades. I was in love with my tutor. See, musically lose, you trapping, man. Most of you rappers be actors, man.
Nah, I ain't never been with a baddie. She calm, so I add it to the tally. Madison, but I'm calling her Maddie. Like Mads try send me the addy. Bust a right, then I left at the alley. Like Dre, don't look too shabby.
Twinkle, twinkle, mouse, twinkle, mouse, twinkle, twinkle, mouse, twinkle, twinkle, mouse, twinkle, mouse, twinkle, twinkle, mouse, twinkle, twinkle, mouse.
I know my girlfriend is a witch.
시간비 웃어라 꼴 좋으니까 이제 너희 하나
myself an early birthday present. Praying I get a sunny photo card. Bitch cajon. Queen behavior. OMG, shut up. This album has the most photo cards Snez ever given us in once law.
I'm so sorry.
Got to beat my powers and we just made a bang.
I like him too. He my man, he my boo, he my type, he's so cute.
Hold on. Can we switch the language?
I'm talking about
I saw Chani when he was a baby. He literally came up to my waist bone.
Dang.
What?
He was tiny. He was tiny and a little chubby. And now
Is he tall?
He's a man.
He's a grown up.
He's not super tall. But he's taller than before.
Yeah.
And he's kind of cut and everything.
He's built now. He's pretty built.
I remember I saw him on a skateboard and I was like, is that what the happened to him? I was like, where'd all your baby fat go? He grew up. He a man now.
Super genius.
Okay. Look again. Feels like sitting up, take a journey. Young ass turn quick on the dog, yeah. The reflection to the cut journey. Get you ready to shit. Love it. Money to go again. I got you. Need a chain. Nobody. Need a nice thing. Let's take a back of music. Get tight. I'm not the cat there.
Won't you give it up to me, baby, give it up. 마지막 기회야. 말랐니 네 맘이 날 원하잖니.
Whoa.
Am I really this bored that we're gonna predict the 22 predictions of BTS? Yeah, why not? Might do this for other groups too, but let's see what happens to Namjoon. Maybe Jin will have a better 2022 than Namjoon because... Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, Yoongi, let's see. You might have a better one than the other two. I mean, he really has his dream job. Unless it involves napping. J-Hope! Let's see what you get. Really? Oh my god. At this point, just cancel 2022 for BTS. Ooh, where are you going? You better post on Instagram. Let's see what Taeyoung's 22 will look like. Oh my god. Please let Jungkook have a better 2022. Why are we expecting drama with everyone? What is going on?
이게 바로 무신기라. 이런 게 바로 무신기라. 이것이 무엇이여? 춤 들어가요. 이게 바로 무신기라. 이런 게 바로 무신기라. 이것이 무엇이여? 춤 들어가요.
Bad boy, yeah, you really make me a mad girl, whoa. I want you to cry for me. The way I cry for you, baby, cry for me. Make you wait for, cry for me, but again.
Hello. Hi. Hey, I'm Eric Dumb. And I'm your host of this new show. It's called Whiting. Our first player. She likes to kiss people and force her friends to watch. It's Amber Lou. All right, next up. He's yeah, it's me. Okay, next up. Oh yeah, she just scares me. It's Jamie Park.
JYP. JYP.
And next up, he's not little and not a chicken, and yet it's Jay of Day 6. All right, next up, is it your favorite girl group member or is she your local Kumon teacher? Well, it's tricky because they're both named Ashley Choi. It's Ashley Choi from Ladies Code. So next up, he's a big man with kind eyes and really... What? I'm just gonna stop there. It's BM of Cards. Big titty gang! Yeah. Gang! Best gang in the world. Save a titty, join the committee.
And if the beat live, you know Lil Ju made it. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shit. Post me a pic, finna make me a profit. When the liquor hit, then the bitch get toxic. Why the fuck you in the club when niggas wild? I've been lit since brunch, that shit. Order 42 for the table, let's pop shit. Missionaire or doggy style on my top shit. Pussy ass niggas hating on me from the closet. Hoes trying to call me a snake, shit, I guess I can relate. Cause a bitch spit a whole lot of venom. And since these hoes all rats, when they come around me, all I see is a whole lot of dinner. I walk around the house butt naked and I stop at air mirror just to stare at my own posterior. I don't give a fuck who talk behind my back, cause the bitch knew better than to let me hear. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, hands on my knees, hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, hands on my knees. Hoes said they wish a bitch would, and I'm a genie. Bitch so hot, gotta stay in bikinis. He got a girl, but he keep begging to see me. I love it when a nigga got a mouth full of BVs. No, I'm not a patient, but I let him treat me. I gotta be a doctor, how I'm ordering CCs. Go
야 아니 나 핸드폰 나 소매치기 당했어.
내 것도 없어졌어.
내 건 어디 갔어? 야! 소매치기 누구야?
그럼 이렇게 되면 우리 타락한 사람이 딱 2명이죠? 네?
아닌데요?
맞아요.
아니에요?
한이는 뭐 했어요?
휴대폰 세개 훔치기였습니다.
No reservations at the pussy, you gon' eat out. You gonna ride it, do it just how you like it. You wanna feel the vibe. Just the feeling you're rubbing it in magic. 저기 body looks like tiny, we call it destiny. 지금부터 하나, 둘, 셋 하면 모여보자 그대. Come on, pop, yeah. Get it on now, get it on now. Let's bring it back to 90s. 내가 원하는 대로 자신 있는 모습 그대로 이제 또 숨겨왔던 비밀을 내게 모두 말하고 싶어 Baby Funny how our dreams come true My dreams come 나를 지켜줄 거야 아껴왔던 작은 사랑 You make me feel so good Funny how I feel for you 너의 곁에 그려진 꿈결 같은 나의 미래도 You gotta be mine 지금도 이래도
어? 뭐야? 어?
Oh, yeah, yeah. You make me feel me good
핑터.
You wanna upside down You make me feel me good Don't you wanna up and down I'm in twilight I wanna be a lover Don't wanna be a friend Wish we could be forever But I know this ain't it For now I'll be stuck in this beautiful nightmare Till you come back I'll be standing right here Do I ever cross your mind?
Dance when you see a man you have not simped for.
Drop it on my car.
China, I tell all my niggas, cut the check, bust it out, turn your goofy dog, pow, I'ma do
Brand two.
Michael Jackson, I'ma beat it. Game under.
Baby, you might need a seatbelt when I'm riding. I'ma leave it open like a door. Hold me tight and I'll let go.
Wonder.
Counting stars, 밤하늘에 pour. Better than you, Louis Vuitton, you Louis Vuitton. Counting stars, 밤하늘에 pour. Better than you, Louis Vuitton, you Louis Vuitton. Yeah.
This is the things that I think I'm addicted to. Bronzer, boys, and alcohol.
shorty 세번 달려 내가 달려가는 get money I got a window 왜 쳐대 그래보다 크게 쳐버리는 트램펄린 섹스 페달보다 높이 가라고나 흔들림이 없이 때려 뱅뱅 다 한 번에 숨에
Let's make Tata pasta for Tite's birthday. Pasta. Miso paste. Tata butter. Pasta water. Green onions.
Skip or play 2021 edition.
I'm the mafia.
There's no day off for heroes, and even when I'm tired, go is the only word. And the night is taking over, and the moonlight is
이렇게 transaction 좀 감당 못할 level 세계가 못해 나와 level 내 곁에서야 가는 level 보다시 피어나도 level 단 브레이크를 꺼져줘 백도에서 손 떼는 stop back stop back 다시 태어나도 안 돼 stop back stop back 착한 남자들에게 너는 노패 같은 것 난 실수로 외로워 Getting sick and tired every day 넘지 마라 boredom stop back stop back 네가 비빌 곳이 아니 stop back stop back 저질로 가린 건 참지 못해 가벼운 네 맘일까 Getting sick and tired
Guess the K-pop group by their Lightstick Part 3.
넌 나의 태양 넌 나의 tempo 내 삶을 밝혀
넌 날 반쯤 미치게 만들어 뜨거운 심장 나를 데려가 목마른 갈증 Sweet, a queens and kings 손을 더 높이 모일수록 You're so dun 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 You're so dun So crunchy dun 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 So crunchy So crunchy As I sound, come on, it's a rap. Yeah. Does she love the attention? Does she get when she moves? Give me now, give me now. 지금 나를 잡아 아니 난 너.
네, 해볼게요.
와 I don't see nobody but you. Boy, you got me hooked onto something. Who could say that they saw us? Come and tell me, do you feel the love?
My sister just got these stompers, so I have to recreate some iconic scenes.
In a world where you feel cold, you gotta stay gold, oh baby. Yeah.
검사해줄게.
태용, what color are you? I'm green. SUS? Any sauce? Any sauce가 뭔데? I'm hiding. 오!
Actors I would cast as the little emotions in my head.
Baby, 내게 반해버린 내게 왜 이래? 두렵다고 물러서지 말고 그냥 내게 맡겨봐라 어때? My lady. 내가 변해. Young master, on the road. 너도 돼, 자꾸 변해. 네 주변에 랑해.
연중 내가 변의 리믹스가 뭐야? 내가 변의 노래에 내가 봤는데 내가 변의 리믹스 봤어? 이게 뭐야? 내가 변하고 노래인가? 뭐냐? 내가 변하고
개생적이었구나. 그럼 리믹스가 생겼나봐요.
그럼 있어요?
신기한데?
팬들끼리 만들었나?
그런 걸 수도. Like Cinderella, 내가 변해.
Feel like Cinderella, 내가 변해. Young ass turn to you 언제 너게. 12시에 집에 들어가기 전에 네 주위를 지키지. 랑해. 사냥이 야 맘에 들어. 내게 싸가지. 네 앞에서 맞지. 영원히 이런 나였으면 어째. Let's pay forever. 묻히게 다리 닿는 때까지.
With your bitch, I mean, who would wanna hide this? I will never, ever, 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 ever be your side chick. I put the
I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna fart like very funny.
What am I eating?
Pervert!
Not my problem.
He just left us. He just left us.
I don't relate to you, no, 'cause I'd never treat me this shitty. You made me hate this city, and I don't talk shit about you on the internet. Never told anyone anything bad.
I just want money that's calm. Teenage, never worry about acne. I ain't never been with a baddie. She calm, so I added to the tally. Madison, but I'm calling her Maddie. Like Mads try send me the addy. Bust a right, then I left at the alley. Like Dre, don't look too shabby. Jordy thing come from the valley.
내가 변해. Feel like Cinderella, 내가 변해. Young ass turn.
Hey, would you sleep with somebody to get a great job?
I don't know. Who would I have to sleep with?
Me?
Why would I have to sleep with you?
It's my game. You want the job or not?
Are you new here?
Yeah.
알아요. 제가 항상 말하잖아요. 저 기억 못한다고.
하지 말래요.
I was trying to have a cute interaction with Roto.
Oh my god.
He caught me off guard.
Oh wait, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Never thought that I'd fall in love, 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 love. But it grew from a simple crush, 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 crush. Being without you, girl, never saw messed up, 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 up. When you walked out, said that you had enough, nothing to fool. God, no, didn't expect this is how things would go.
멤버들이 착용하는 액세서리 5개 어떻게 뭐.
난 좀 좋은 거 서로 다 공유해서 서로 맞으면 되는 거 아니야? 여러분 마이크에 목걸이 계속 짤랑짤랑거리거든요. 뺄 수 있냐고 물어보는 거. 나 목걸이 안다. 너 목걸이 계속 짤랑거려.
양보해 참여야만 돼 어른스럽게 I'm locked up in the place 난 넓고 싶은데 너무 병특한 기대 그런 환각들의 날이 가져놔 I'm going 광해로 게이밍 물리적요면 이간질 MRI로부터 멀어지게 만드는 회심찬 내 트릭 We go 광해로 게이밍 배워버려는 빛을 go 데미지를 내게 인정사정 볼 것 없는 펀치 엉덩이가 팡팡 남자들은 탐탐탐 내 입술 냠냠냠 어디 가도 당당당 등장은 짠짠짠 삐자 팡팡팡 디스코 팡팡팡 Hello bitches Corn, he grows corn.
Meanwhile,
Looking like a butter.
Everyone is mine.
Sue has mentioned that she doesn't like that her face is thin. She wishes her face was more rounded, like her group members, so that she could appear cuter. Since debut, Jimin has always had a problem with his body image and weight. She saw herself as too tall, and she hated that one of her eyes was smaller than the other.
Most likely to plan the whole trip. Most likely to buy everyone personalized skis. Most likely to fall before they even start skiing. Most likely to be a pro without any practice. Most likely to not let go of another member. Most likely to push another member. Most likely to be terrified of the ski lift. Most likely to never get off of the ski lift. Most likely to opt for snow angels instead of skiing. Most likely to scream the whole time. Most likely to be giggling the entire time.
I love you for infinity.
You know it aches for yours, and you've been feeling this.
Make different referrals to summer school programs.
Okay, so if she gets a B this semester, she doesn't have to worry. She gets that full year credit for both.
She can, yeah, so she can move on to Spanish 2 next year. I don't think we're gonna move on to Spanish 2. Because she only needs minimum. What's the minimum credit for? 2 years. 2 years. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So she would so she gets a B. She has to. It's okay. She gets both credit for the whole year. Right, and move on to Spanish 2. Still though, with that D+, I probably would recommend making that up just for GPA purposes. Because let's say she makes it up, even though that D+ will still be on her transcript, it's the higher grade that's calculated into her GPA when we calculate the GPA as well as when colleges calculate the GPA. So I still would probably recommend making it up, but technically she can just move on to the next level without making it up. Now, so that's what's called the rising C rule at our school. So now, if she stays in the semester and gets a C, she definitely has to make up first semester and get a C or better in order to move on to Spanish 2 next year.
So the makeup requires her to do both just one Spanish 1 first semester?
Yeah. So you can't make up a C grade. So if she gets a C this semester, she just has to make up semester 1 only in summer. Okay. So in college credit, she wouldn't get the full credit for the whole for Spanish 1. You mean in terms of for admissions? Yeah. Cal State. So yes, she actually would, but Arcadia High School's World Language Department requires you to get a B in order to move on. It's weird. Okay, so it would count for college, but our World Language Department requires you, if you get a D first semester, you have to get a B second semester to move on. That's just because they want you to fully understand the content in order to be prepared for Spanish 2, and that's why they require that higher grade. But technically, for college purposes, that this year would count if she got a D and a C. It's Arcadia. Yeah, so it's the other way around. We thought that the Spanish grade didn't count. The D didn't count for college credit if you got a C. Colleges, yeah. So our program is a little stricter than 4-year colleges when it comes to world language. Kind of weird. That's set by their department. But I think in the past, what they have found is when a student does earn like a D and a C, they really struggle in the next level without mastering that content in the lower level. I think that's why they set that rule. So those are the two different scenarios. Now the other option is if she's really struggling, she can drop it this semester for TA, but I don't know what will happen. Our admin has to decide on the summer school policy. Normally you cannot take a class for the first, like initiatory class in summer. Dropping it at the semester, it would be considered one semester of makeup, one semester of initiatory. Last year, they let everybody do anything they wanted online. So we just have to make sure, I'll probably know by the end of January what our summer school policy is going to be. But I personally would recommend a student staying in that class and getting that exposure to the language. And if she has to make it up in summer, then she can make it up in summer. But I think if she makes it up, I think it'll be much easier to make it up after she's had that exposure to a full year of language.
Okay. And she's making it up for the Arcadia high school credit, not for college credit.
Depending on her grade this semester.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're kind of worried about what she, I guess she needs to do for, if she wants to apply for like Cal State.
Mm-hmm.
She actually will get credit for the D that she got. D class. She got to C this year.
So technically it would count for college, but we would require her to get at least a B or to make up first semester. And like I said, I think it's always beneficial to make up anything lower than a C as well, just for GPA purposes, because Cal States are getting, because of impaction, they're pretty competitive to get into as well. So, the higher the GPA, the better. We at Arcadia High School don't have a Spanish makeup, but a lot of our students use a program called Opportunities for Learning, which is a charter school. It's UC approved. They offer UC approved classes and it's free. And in the past, they have offered Spanish and she can make it up there. So for OFL, we usually get their information around March in terms of registration.
So she can take that, if she wants to make up the grade that she had last semester, she could take that piece of opportunities for learning.
Yes.
That might be a possibility.
Correct.
Can she also take any of like that class at Monrovia or you?
Yeah, any other high school is fine. Any accredited high school. Opportunities for learning. Even for making up a class, you can do that online as well through a UC approved online provider. So like if you were going to go somewhere in the summertime and you couldn't do like summer school, like attend summer school, if it's a makeup grade, you can take that online.
Okay. And that's only if she needs to make up the she doesn't pass at
right.
all. Well, to improve the grade, it won't. Do they take that when you take a class, they take the higher grade? Is that?
Yeah. So regardless if it's taking out Monrovia High School, Opportunities for Learning, or if you use a UC approved online provider, the higher grade, even though that D plus will always be on our transcript, we'll take the credit away from that and apply it to the higher grade. We will use the higher grade of the GPA, and for colleges, they will use the higher grade of the GPA as well.
Okay. So that's the option is taking, even though she passes this year with the B, she can retake it and try to get a higher grade.
Just first semester, yeah. First semester would all, yeah.
First semester, okay. So most of the summer schools offer both first semester and second semester?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's the first semester. Okay, so good. Okay, so yeah, but I guess we were confused. So I didn't know that the Arcadia High School is stricter than.
I know. I know. It's like
I thought that was the requirement for the UC Cal States that we had the rising.
No, that's our own special rule, and it applies to math and foreign language.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And there's no other foreign languages she can take. Can she take another foreign language to be in place of the Spanish class? Should she take another language in summer to do that, or no?
Well, the only other languages that we offer are French, Chinese, and Japanese. None of those are offered in the summertime. Let's say I don't think Monrovia offers it, but let's say Monrovia offered French. taking a year of foundational French in 6 weeks and then trying to go to French 2 here, I wouldn't recommend that either because that preparation probably wouldn't be there. But let's say she just doesn't like Spanish. Next year she can start another language and she can still get those 2 years in. It's just, she only has 2 years to fulfill that requirement. So she's got to make sure that each year she does really well and passes those classes.
Okay, all right. But if she doesn't do well this year for the Spanish, she still needs another year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but to move on, she needs to have that rising. It has to be a B.
It has to be a B, or it can be a B minus. Or if she gets a C, she's got to just make up first semester in summer, and she's fine to move on.
Okay. So if she doesn't get a. Okay, Spanish 2. So she needs, anyway, she needs 2 years of
minimum, yeah.
Language for both the UC and Cal State?
Yes. So 3 years is recommended, but 2 years is the minimum. So we do have students that stop at Spanish 2 and they go above and beyond in other areas just to make themselves more competitive, and that's fine.
Can she take any other language? She decides not to go with Spanish. She says next one.
Yeah.
Can she start with French and then or whatever, or take an outside course in the summer for another language besides Spanish to fulfill that requirement?
Well, she can, but it has to be 2 years of the same language. So so she can't do like Spanish 1 and then French 1. It has to be 2 years of the same language.
Oh, okay. So it's not actually very good to restart the whole.
It's not ideal, but if Spanish just really isn't working out, it can be done.
Okay, but for college, she needs 2 years
Mm-hmm.
of UC same language.
Yes.
Okay. So the best option is for her to get the grade that she needs to get.
Yeah,
For second semester, and then if she doesn't, then she just needs to as long as she passes, she needs to make up the semester that she got it
Right.
less than a C.
Right.
Okay.
Well, worst case scenario, she would have to make up both semesters. That would be the worst case scenario, and that can be done in summer. Yeah.
You said that this online is maybe offered. Where you said the opportunities for learning.
Opportunities for learning. Yeah, they've offered Spanish for the past few years. I don't want to say they're going to offer it 100% and then all of a sudden they don't. But we will know more about their offerings around the end of February or March. Yeah, and that would probably be in our spring presentation that talks about summer school. If she
It's on campus or is it no?
No, there's different campuses. One of them is in Monrovia. There's one in Pasadena. There's different campuses. It's more of an independent study type program, so you're not attending every day and like in front of a teacher and this thing. I actually think their Spanish may be an online program.
Oh, okay.
But you have to check in with a teacher like once a week there.
Is
Just
it easier or harder?
I mean, I kind of so I kind of think it is a little bit easier. I mean, I had students make up Spanish last year through the program, and only a few, and they did fine. It's just a lot. It's a lot of work because you're fitting everything in 6 weeks. So.
Okay, so it's a 6 week.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case, she gets a B to improve the grades.
Mm-hmm.
You could apply. Be good for her to retake it.
Retake first semester, yeah.
First semester.
Yeah.
To get to
Mm-hmm.
Is there any offerings that in regards to tutoring that you can suggest for her? Because we've tried the peer tutoring. It was okay, but it was very inconsistent. It all depended on the availability of students.
Right. Right.
So it wasn't as beneficial for her.
Right.
We're trying to. If there's other services or any places that we can go that.
Yeah, I'll send you some links. But we do have National Honor Society tutoring. which students that are in National Honor Society, they will provide free tutoring for students as well. They'll link you up with somebody and they'll.
Yeah, that's what we did last year, last semester.
Oh, so it's not.
Is that was it, Krista? What was it?
No, it was just the peer tutoring.
In the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was peer tutoring in the library. So NHS tutoring is kind of like one-on-one, and they set you up with somebody, and then you guys kind of organize a time to meet or however you want to do it. And then we also have a list of like private student tutors that will charge a fee. It's kind of like their little own business. But I'll send you the link to how to find those and see. You can kind of filter out which ones feel comfortable tutoring in Spanish and check that out. I'll send you both links.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want to see what options might be available.
Yeah, the peer tutoring one in the library is kind of, you're not always with the same person. You kind of just go in and whoever's available kind of helps you with what you're working on that day. I think the National Honor Society tutoring is a little more consistent because you are set up with somebody to work with. So that might be better.
And there's also a list of other
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might go that route to be consistent and have some of it invested.
Mm-hmm.
Invested in
Yeah.
already in this as well. Okay. Let's see if there are other questions here. The community colleges don't require language.
Right. So to go to a community college, you have to just graduate from high school. And to graduate from high school, you can either do a foreign language or a fine art. You don't have to do a foreign language. So like, for example, what did you take last year? Her beginning TV production last year, for graduation purposes, that fulfilled that category. So she wouldn't have to do a foreign language.
Okay.
It's only for four-year colleges that it's required.
But if she can't get a D anyway. So, but yeah. So still, the only option is she needs 2 years. So she does need to move on to next year. She does need that grade this year.
Mm-hmm.
Move on.
Yeah.
And then it's just an Arcadia thing, I guess.
Yes. I know it's odd, but yeah. But
okay.
Yeah, but like I said, worst case scenario, we'd have to make up both semesters, and it's doable. It's a lot of work in the summer, but it's doable.
Okay.
And then she can move on to Spanish 2 next year.
And even though she gets a B this year, just leaving it with a D plus, that just affects her grade point after.
Yeah, so if she got a B this semester, she can both move on to Spanish 2 without making up anything, and it would count for college. It's just GPA purposes would be the reason to make up that first semester.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's right now. It's kind of, I'm not sure how colleges are judging like UCs and Cal States. Are they just strictly doing on GPA now because there's no SAT scores and
No, not necessarily. Well, Cal State's, for the most part, yes, because there's no essays on a Cal State app, nothing like that. So, but for UCs, you have your essays on the UC app. You also have your activity section. All of those are going to make an impact. So, Cal State's actually haven't concretely decided what they're going to do about SATs for the class of 2024. UCs have, so SATs are out, but Cal State's haven't given any concrete answers yet.
Okay. But they're not offering as many SAT tests and such as well, right?
Right.
So
I know. Yeah, but even like I don't know if private schools are in the picture as well. But right now a lot of them are going test optional. But again, for the class of 2024, a lot of schools haven't concretely said no SAT. So right now, we're saying, I guess prepare for it. But at the same time, you may not even need it. So it's such a confusing time, Yeah.
We're not sure what with all the different requirements.
Yeah, but UCs, they look at other factors. Like I read applications for UCLA, and I've done it for the past 8 years. And even though I don't see the SAT tests or scores on the application anymore, there's so many other factors that we're looking at as well when we're ranking an application. So, yeah.
So right now, for the GPA GPA,
Mhm.
that's for her semester last year's freshman, and then this. You know what it is right now for her?
Yes, well, so the way that Cal State's and UC's calculate the GPA is they don't use freshman grades in their eligibility or selection GPA. They'll see the grades. You have to pass those subjects, obviously, because they're required for admission. But that Cal State UC GPA started this past summer, and it goes up until the summer after 11th grade. Only college prep classes, so like Fit for Life wouldn't be counting in that GPA. So so basically her Cal State UC GPA right now is based off of her first semester of sophomore year grades. Because you didn't go to summer school last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. So grades are due today, this afternoon. I don't know I don't know if those are absolutely final yet, but they're due today.
Yeah, I think we looked at our school. There are a couple of teachers that have submitted everything for the final.
Yeah. So, what do you think you're waiting on? Like chemistry or?
I think geometry was her the one that's I didn't see. Spanish put it in, and as well as English.
Okay. So let's say her grades stayed exactly the same as I see right now in Power School. It would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It would be 15 divided by 5. So her Cal State UC GPA would be a 3.0. Because we wouldn't count that Fit for Life in there. And then when she makes up that D, let's say she gets an A, that D will be taken out and that A will be factored into her GPA instead.
So I guess your recommendation is let her. She should kind of continue on with the semester of Spanish, not dropping out because it's just kind of be wasted to restart the whole process again. But if she doesn't get the C, doesn't get the B, then she starts next year. You take or she has to do just summer school.
She just makes up semester 1 in summer school, and then she can move on to Spanish 2 next year. If she got a D this semester as well, she has to make up both semesters. But the reason why I personally would recommend staying in is because if you stay in and get that exposure to some of the Spanish, I think it'll make the makeup a lot easier. I guess the only time I would recommend coming out of it is if you feel like it's taken away from your other classes. Do you feel that way? No? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of understanding being a little more. She's trying. I guess it's just what I would say she's getting right now, but she is trying at some point. Memory is not easy for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a lot of memory.
Yes.
And listening and speaking is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little more shyer and she doesn't want to speak out as much. So I think that doesn't help that it's languages.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I think I got a question. Did you have any other questions for her?
Mm-hmm.
You understand everything that was said? Because you have to help me as we talk about this later on.
If you have questions later on, just feel free to email me. We can set up another meeting. As summer becomes closer, we can talk and we can see where she is in her, her Spanish grade this semester later on, and then decide what to do.
Okay. Yeah, because you said most of your summer school classes and everything you won't know until later on.
Right.
Within the year.
Right.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
I think and she's finished the Spanish 1 this year. She immediately takes Spanish 2 next year, or can she wait to her last year?
She should. I would recommend doing it junior year, because taking a year off of Spanish and then jumping into Spanish 2 senior year and having to make sure you pass that class in order to meet that college requirement, I think that's too much. If she takes it junior year, hopefully a lot of the information is still retained. And worst case scenario, if she struggles in Spanish 2, you have the summer after junior year to make that up too, and then meet the requirement.
For high school graduation, you don't require.
High school graduation, she doesn't need it. This is just for 4-year college. So high school graduation and community college, she doesn't need it.
Okay, so she can technically, if she decides that this is Spanish is just not a good language for her, she could take. Oh wait, she has to take 2 years of the same language for credit, right?
She can.
So she has to take community college another year of Spanish.
No, if she let's say she decides after this year I don't want to do Spanish, but she wants to go to a 4-year college. She can start a new language next year and get do level 1 junior year, level 2 senior year. She just has to make sure she passes those 2 years in order to qualify for admissions.
But the only language you guys offer is French.
French, Chinese, and Japanese and Spanish.
Okay. But she decides that I don't want to do language. I just want to graduate high school, and then if she wants to go to a 4-year college, she still needs to take in community college to transfer over. She still needs another year.
Well, community college, they're going to have their own general ed requirements that she has to fulfill. So it could be.
Go transferring from a community college to a 4-year college, she still needs those 2 years credit.
You just have to meet the general ed requirements at community. So whatever you did in high school doesn't even matter anymore if you start at community college. It's what you do at that community college that matters. And they'll have general ed requirements that you have to fulfill. I'm sure language is part of it. I mean, I had to, so.
So there's no way around that.
But we also, and this doesn't count for every single college, but Cal States and UCs do accept it. Like, if there was a language we didn't offer here, she could do that at a community college. Like, for example, there's not many, but we have a couple of students doing American Sign Language.
Yeah, that's what we're looking
Yeah.
as well.
So, and that can be done at a community college. It's just, you just have to make sure that you're able to get the class. I have some students that are doing Korean outside of Arcadia High School. That's fine as well, as long as it's a community college or like a UC approved online provider, it's fine. Yeah.
You said that there was a fight for UC approved courses. Is there anything?
Well, there's multiple online programs that are UC approved. It's not just one. I can give you a list of some of our most used UC approved providers, and you can take a look at that as well. In terms of taking a class, like let's say she didn't want to do Spanish at Arcadia High School, if there was a language that some of these providers offer that we don't offer, we can sign off on that and she can get credit and bring it back to Arcadia High School.
Okay. If it has to be the same language for 2 years.
It has to be the same language for 2 years, yeah. But I mean, that's something that she can start, like if she had the time, start now if she wanted to.
Yeah, because American Sign Language is kind of just it might be something that she wanted to do. So
yeah.
She still needs to take 2 years of that.
Yes.
Regardless.
Right. And like I said, not every college accepts it, but our Cal State and UC system does. So I'm just thinking like if there was a private school out there that she wanted to go to, they might not accept it as a language.
Yeah. Okay. But she decides not to move forward. She still may end up having to take it as part of the CE courses for community college. So
right.
There might not be a way around.
Right.
Around doing that. Okay. All right. So the best option right now is for do as best you can.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, thank you very much. I think I got all the answers.
Okay. Okay.
If there's any more,
Okay. So I'll send you emails, but I think the email that we have for you, Carissa said was for her mom.
Yeah. That's fine.
Is that okay to send it there? Okay. Okay. I'll send it there, and then I'll give you the tutoring information, some online programs that are UC approved, and then yeah, you can take it from there. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me.
Who would wanna hide this? I will never, ever, 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 ever be your side chick. I put the ring, getting single, ain't worried about a ring on my finger, so you can tell your friend, shoot your shot when you see him. It's okay.
What are 2 clips that give off the same energy?
Girls ain't hard to find. If you think you wanna try, then consider this an invitation to kiss my ass goodbye. Give me that tight, oh tight.
Regina, wait, I didn't mean for that to happen. To find out that everyone hates me, I don't care. Regina, please! Regina, stop! Do you know what everyone says about you? They say that you're a homeschooled jungle freak who's a less hot version of me. Yeah, so don't try to act so innocent. You can take that fake apology and shove it right up your hairy...
God is coming for you.
Come into my soul, take over control, teach me how to vote. When I do my spin, let me get my tins. This grand prize is mine, and I'll be down if I don't get it.
Oh no, my brain. It's broken.
Who is that fine babe?
Cause I'm a pirate, yeah, yeah, a pirate, yeah, yeah, a pirate, yeah, yeah. Now let me introduce myself. 미워져, 그래서 빠지고 빠져 점점 날 drunken은 다른 생각 지워져 심장 소리는 커져 아무것도 묻지 말고 나와 놀아 얼마나 따라와 난 사람들이 나보고 미친 것 같아 너도 날 보고 지금 좀 미칠 것 같아
내 맘속에 나를 마주해
쉴새 없이 빨라지는 무대 그 자세 그대로 going my way, yeah, yeah.
나만의 gravity
If I was your boyfriend, I'd never let you go. I could take you places you ain't never been before. Baby, take a chance so you'll never ever know. I got money in my hands that I really like to blow. Swipe, swipe, swipe on you.
Bring it to the hood, baby, and bring it back to the hood, child. This was like I feel like in the nighttime. Bust it up and shorty when the light shine.
I've never done anything like this before.
Okay, calm down. Look, I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop. I'm not.
I do so much of a massage. I do so much of a massage.
And what do you imagine?
The Olympics? Maybe even a Starbucks.
like I'm always thanking you for something.
What are you doing?
We don't do that here. So how big of an associate?
Machiavelli. Bitches come and go, bro. But you know I stay. 하나를 내뱉지 퇴퇴퇴 소리.
사랑해. 사랑해 강태 씨.
I love everything you do. When you call me fucking dumb for the stupid shit I do. Wanna run my back with you. Fully undressed, no traitor was left for you. I'm pulling hard for you. Cutting that rocket buncher. Winter, I'm a mentor. Tits out, got Santa Claus. Ning ning, itty, hiccup.
How Jenny do?
Bitch, 나는 solo.
Versus how Han do.
빛이 나는구만 아주 그냥 다들 빛이 나 그냥 다들
Sleeping on these G's is a beanbag. Got me going jeans cause I'm cool rap. For the spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. Big white.
Like I just walked out the gym and the bitches has got it cause I took their gym. Give him a job and he gave me a rim. It was too long so he gave me a min. How is that possible? Give me a Kim. I can't describe it, just give me a pin. And why he ain't get tummy but mine and my ribs? Turn him to a dummy cause I got him stiff and watch it think it's funny till y'all get the dick and turn into a zombie and swallow it clean.
She going ham on my dick. Sitting on stand on my dick. She going ham on my, she going ham on my, she going ham on my dick. Sitting on stand on my dick.
Cute.
Emotional damage.
Excuse me, what the actual fuck are you doing on my...
Two things keeping me alive right now. DIY pickles.
But once you turn haters, oh the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy.
Ji-yoon was immediately recognized as the visual of the group. Her confidence was at the highest during their rookie era before Cube destroyed it. Ji-yoon gained a lot of attention when she went on a idol dating show and even got a lot of fans from it.
This is a work of art. This is bullshit. This is a work of art. This is bullshit. This is a work of art. But this is bullshit.
달리는 데서
어디. 여기요. 말씀 좀 여쭤도 될까요? 저희 나쁜 사람들 아니에요. 저희 한 번만. 이거 점점 저희 이상한 사람 되는 것 같아요. 황현준!
I would like to say to all of our international fans, Basinese and Seasonies, that yeah, if you guys had a wonderful 2021, we'll give you better and more surprising 2022. So I hope that all of you guys are waiting for us, and yeah, see you soon. Thank you.
잠깐만, 지금까지 영어 이렇게 잘할 줄 몰랐는데 왜 안 했어요? 이거 왜 통역해야 돼요? 아 진짜.
So I used to study abroad. So
You used to study abroad and you only talk now in English? 아 진짜.
You can clearly tell who's the attractive silly here.
와다다 들었습니다. 이츠 1월 3일에 데뷔했습니다. 축하한다 희애야. 오늘 딱 그날에 연락했어요. 되게 고생 많기도 하고 축하한다고 진짜 연락했어요. 연락하더라고요. 어땠는지 너무 궁금하기도 하고, 저도 너무 멋있다고, 잘하고 있다고, 잘한다. 잘하고 있으니까 기죽지 말고.
This is part 2 of me telling you who the Avengers bias if they were K-pop stans. Black Widow biases Choi Jung-ho, Joshua, and JB. And JB makes total sense, and if you say I'm wrong, you're wrong. Oh, and also Jiwoo. 'Cause, yeah. The Hulk biases all the really smiley people, so like Jungin, Jun from Ace, Hyun and Kai. I feel like that was pretty obvious. And his ult bias is Mingi, because you can't tell me I'm wrong. Hawkeye, as a father himself, definitely biases all the Maknaes, especially this little fucker. Like, he feels the need to parent all the Maknaes. But his ult is actually Taeyang, because he's the father of not only his kids, but every single Avenger.
Head to toe, kill like a lion, CEO, boss like a bison. I'm a rush, 목표를 향해 boom, boom, boom. Go, go, vak으로도 왜 뻣뻣하게 세운 통과 분수 내셔 그로 비상을 높이지 lit like a legend in the sky. 여긴 광야야야, we so wow, 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 wow. 여긴 광야야야, we so wow, 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 wow.
Can you hear me roaring? 난 이빨을 드러내지 네 먹기가 되는 대신 Don't you know that I'm a savage?
You don't wanna start movies dangerous. 느껴져 피부 안에 대신 손에 넘을지 몰라. True, this is awesome, wow. Just like a zoo. 보는 게 true. Party, yeah, feeling young. You know what to do. Just like a zoo. 보는 게 true. Party, yeah, feeling young. You know what to do. Yeah. 자유롭게 더 생각해봐 여기 너가 느낀 그 분위기에 focus on. Look around 지금 freeze right 두드려봐 숨은 real mind. Check it out 위험할지 몰라 그래도 원하면 tryna make it a ground. 고민 없이 빠르지 you so wild like 겁없이 부딪히기로. 여긴 광야야야 we so wow 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 wow. 여긴 광야야야 we so wow 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 wow.
Know what to take, yeah. on the flat over here didn't know what's a wow 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 날 막아서도 I'm not afraid 본능을 따라서 전부 걸고 doing it all
Out of control 날 신경 쓰지 않아 아무것도 감각을 뛰어넘는 꿈 Just like a zoo 본능의 춤 Party yeah feeling young You know what to do Just like a zoo 본능의 춤 Party yeah feeling young You know what to do Just like a zoo breaking the rules Just like a zoo making the news Just like a zoo we never lose Just like a zoo Just like a Just like a zoo 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 거칠어진 세상 믿을 곳은 없단 Girl so I get it and 내리를 왕절 지킬 뿐 쏟아져 퍼지는 adrenaline 멈출 수 없어 끝이 보일 때까지 Let loose in the mood show them how we do Get back go loud like animals Just like a zoo 본능의 춤 Party yeah feeling young You know what to do Just like a zoo 본능의 춤 Party yeah feeling young You know what to do Just like a zoo 본능의 춤 Just like a zoo 본능의 춤
Got nothing in my brain 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 Got nothing in my brain
정리가 잘 안 돼 도와줘 SOS
어떤 표현법을 써야만 내 마음이 전해질까 마음을 꾹
Hush, 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 blush, blush, blush.
You are now my big fat crush.
I'm single as I can be. You're single, perfect for me. I'm gonna give you a bunch of reasons why you should date me. Reason number one. Reason number two. Reason number three. I'm all you got, and all you got is someone.
We the big three, don't need a big speech. We made the biggest impact, check the spreadsheet. That's Lil Weezy, the Barbie, and Drizzy Drake.
Feel like Cinderella 내가 변해 영희에서 turn you to your 언진 덕에 12시 집에 들어가기 전에 네 기위를 지키지
From conversation, we lose track of time. Have I told you lately? I'm grateful you're mine.
Headlights on me, racing through 16. I've been a fool for strawberries and cigarettes. Always tastes like.
When you go away, I still see you. The sunlight on your face and my real view.
Pra você, novinha.
Bala pumba.
JP.
Bala pumba. Bala pumba. Bala pumba. Bala pumba. Bala pumba. Bala pumba. Bala pumba.
So take a look what you've done. 'Cause baby now we got red blood. Now we got problems. And I don't think we can solve.
지워줄게 The time is ticking away.
I think a lot of the teams were a little bit tired because they were in prep for their next round, and so everyone was just kind of the tension was kind of down. And you know, when I am tired and hanging on to one loose brain cell, I go a little bit wild. So I was at that state of tiredness where it was just the right amount of crazy. And oh my gosh, I was wild. I was bouncing off the walls. I just kind of went nuts. And I'm not usually like this, but I kind of low-key am. Y'all know my wild side. I just showed it on national TV. My mom was very proud though. She was like, that's my son right there. Yes. No regrets.
야, 우리 태민이 위해서 다 같이 이걸
おい、天空のライアーを手に入れたのは酔っ払い相手に歌を聴かせるため